Hey everybody, that was Stirred Up by Bob Marley, and we're going to do that today. Welcome to Guitar Pass. This will be a fun, easy song, good for beginners, but with a couple cool new things that aren't fully beginner. And so if you dig this song, check it out no matter what level, but a great beginner song to get going. So here we go. All right, let's start with that bass line, right? We're going to start here on the second finger on the 5th fret, 6th string, right? And remember, it's finger per fret. So I'm just going to call it the fingers, and if I say first finger, it'll be here. If I say second finger, it'll be here. So, and fourth finger will be here. So it's finger per fret. That's the rule. So we're going to kind of home bass will be our second finger on the 5th fret, 6th string here. That is an A note. This is in the key of A. The chords are A, D, and E. And what we're doing is we're going to kind of outline the chords with this bass line. What I might show you here is just a little simple pattern that outlines the chords, and then we just add a few more notes and we have this riff. So we're going to start here and go, right? It's actually the notes of the chord. This is the A chord, right? This is what you do over the A chord. You know, you have your A, C sharp, and E. Your 1, 3, 5. There we go. So there's A, and then if we start here on the same fret, 5th string, that's a D, and do the same pattern. You know, you're on the 5th string and then now 4th string. That's your D, and we're going to bring it down here, home bass, on the 7th fret. This is an E on the 5th string, and do the same pattern. Now I'm on the 4th string again. So I have A, D, E. Maybe back to D. Right, starting to kind of sound like it. So that's kind of a nice little framework to kind of work within and get us acclimated here. Let's do the riff. I'm just going to play here. Right, so this, a lot of activity in this first chord here, the A. And what I'm doing is choking it, right? So if I hit it and let it ring, but if I hit it and then I lift up, it's still touching the string, I'm just releasing the pressure. It kind of stops it. I can do it quick. So it's kind of a feel thing, mess with it, but here are the notes. Boom. And then the pattern, D, E. Right? So let's do that again. We got just keep doing it. Now I'm putting a little swing in it because I know it's good. So there you go. There's that nice little riff. I'll play a little instrumental later to kind of get the whole picture. But now let's add some chords. It's cool. A buddy can play the riff while you do the chords, and then you can swap, or vice versa. You can do the chords, and they'll do the riff and kind of mess around, but we're going to do an arrangement that kind of covers everything. So now I want to do a triad here. There's a lot of ways of playing E, D, and E on the guitar, right? But we're going to do a triad, which sounds really good with this. Here we go. We're going to do that guy. Boom, boom. So 2nd, 3rd, and 4th strings right there, right? First finger on the 5th. You should see that. And I don't really want, you can kind of hit that. It's okay, but it is an E. It's just doubled up of this, so it'll probably be fine. But sometimes I'll lean into it to kind of muffle it. Don't think about it too much, just kind of get the feel of it. But we're going to strum those 4, 3, 2. I'm kind of muffling that. It's kind of a good thing to practice for other songs when you do this. So that is our A chord. And then we're going to take our first finger and bar on the 7th fret, 4, 3, and 2. And again, I'm not really striking this, and I'm not pressing super hard. That is a chord, but we're not going to do it on this one. This is a D, and this is I think a D6. I think that's the D9, D6, something. But anyway, there's D, and then we're just going to bring this guy down on the 9th. Same deal, barring the same thing. That's an E. Right? It's kind of an abbreviated version. If you have done bar chords before, there's D and E. Well, I'm just pressing down on that part, right? So here we go, and you know, this is a good rhythm thing. One, one, right? You're kind of pausing on that one. Down, up, down, down, up, down. This will match up with our bass. I'm doing that same kind of like releasing the pressure. Oop. And I can use my palm to help too. It's real tight strumming here. That's a little feel thing, and it's something that's going to take time. Just do it. You can just strum it if you need to. But on each chord, maybe just hang with it and see if you can get that sound. And so there's that. Also, let's do the the beginner chords of A, D, and E. Now, if you don't know this, you can actually, there's a lot of ways of doing all these. I actually do A a lot like this. But let's do, beginners. I usually teach this. There's a lot of ways of doing A, but I have my first finger right here in the middle. It's a little crammy, but the reason why I like this is because I can keep my first finger down for when I do a D, and also when I do an E. That's pretty cool. So this one I'm going to have to palm mute a little bit to tighten it up. I'm still depressing, doing my little thing here, but same rhythm. One. Back to this one. Maybe I'll do end with the bar chord. Bar this whole thing. This guy right here, you're making an E chord with these guys, right? 3rd, 5th string, 4th string. If you haven't done that yet. We can end it on an A bar chord. This is a great way to just kind of get you doing a bar chord without doing a million of them and killing your hand. So here we go. I'm just going to do a little instrumental, and good way to maybe for you to practice it. But you have all these parts that you can kind of teach your buddy and jam together, right? So here we go. It's an idea for practicing. You can play the parts longer if you want. While I'm, rewind that, play the rhythm while I'm doing the bass, or play the bass while I'm doing the rhythm. A little cool little practice thing, but it's a cool, fun thing to move around the neck and just have something fun to play. If you want a solo, That wasn't the best, but A major pentatonic is really good. Maybe you move and do the major pentatonic for each chord. D major, E major. More on soloing, we have guitarpass.com that you can subscribe to, $10 a month. I think there's a free trial, so we have a lot of things on soloing if you did want to explore that. But otherwise, that's just a fun, cool song to jam with buddies. All right, we'll see you on the next one. Take care.